there are 6 C's that if you eliminated or minimize them in your life, your whole world would change. And these 6 C's are so simple, yet they can have such a massive effect on our results. And we often hear people say, or just be more positive, have a positive outlook. But I've discovered it's actually more powerful and potent to actually have less negative thinking, because we've all been programmed to think in a certain way. We've all been programmed, both genetically and environmentally, to think in a certain pattern of thinking. And when we start to change this pattern of thinking, we start to get different results. And that's what we're here for, is to live our best life. And our best life is to have different results in our life. So here are the 6 C's. The first one is, I've written down, is complaining. I do believe we've all been conditioned to complain. Even though life might be really good, we tend to, when we meet someone on the street, or maybe we have a telephone conversation and we ask, well, how are you? And then suddenly the complaining starts. Well, I've had this, and yes, I've had that, and oh, it's so hot at the moment, the weather. I mean, when's it gonna rain? Or when I lived in London for 4 years, I mean, the weather was the most popular subject that everyone talked about, and it was usually doom and gloom. So as a suggestion, stop complaining. And of course, if you're with others and they are on a rampage of complaining, zip it. Don't add fuel to the fire. The next thing is criticizing. I find that many of us tend to not criticize others so much on the outside, but we criticize ourselves more than anything. We should on ourselves all the time. We call ourselves names. Oh, you fool. Oh, you should have done this. Oh, you should have done that by now. Oh, you're late again. And we criticize ourselves so much, and we fail to realize that our inner conversations right now are creating our destiny. They're creating our destiny right now, because whatever you're thinking right now, the pattern of thinking you have right now, is actually creating your future, because every present moment you have right now, if you don't make the most of it, that's your future. You're just perpetuating the same old thing, Groundhog Day, where you will wake up and you will still be in the receivership of the results you don't want. So stop complaining. The next thing is catastrophizing. Catastrophizing. I have come across certain people in the course of my life who just love excited misery. They just love to catastrophize everything. And you can hear that they are great catastrophizers by the tone of their voice. Everything is just so loaded with emotion. And it's all about them. I say I can hear someone who's a victim a mile away just by the tone of their voice. So stop catastrophizing things, because the more you catastrophize, the more your subconscious mind, being a loyal friend, will bring you more events to have a catastrophe about. Your subconscious mind can't discern whether that's a good thought or a bad thought. It just accepts. And then the more emotionally you're involved with a circumstance, the more it gets to work to bring you more circumstances that you don't want. The next thing is comparing. Comparing is a dangerous thing, because when we compare, we despair. And comparing, I believe, is built into us. I was a twin, and when I grew up, I was compared to my twin sister all the time. And comparing makes us lose faith in ourselves. It helps us not trust ourselves, and trust a power greater than ourselves, because we're constantly comparing our inners with someone's outers. And of course, we don't know what someone else has been through to get to where they are. And so here we are comparing ourselves with their outside, their successes. Yet I do know this, that God has a divine plan for all of us. And all we have to do is stay in our hula hoop, stay in our lane, and trust the process. So stop comparing. The next thing is concern. I'm concerned. And concern really is worry. Worry. Let's be honest. And worry is just thinking the same old thoughts over and over again and trying to work out a solution. And the more you worry, remember, worrying is thinking, and we think in pictures. And the more you worry, you are creating imaginal scenes, imaginal acts of the worst things happening. Worrying doesn't get us anywhere, right? In fact, it is the worst thing we can do to ourselves. It's not a great act of self-care. Worrying causes us to live in a world of doubt and fear. And if you think the worst thoughts all the time about the future, then what happens is you tend to go into a state of anxiety. And anxiety, if you don't catch it, goes to depression, and depression goes to disintegration. So stop this concerning all the time. This is a habit we've all got into that is not working for us. Now, have I covered everything? Catastrophizing, concern, comparing, condemning, criticizing, complaining. I think that'll do. That's a big juicy list of 6 things to start to work on a daily basis. Now, I'm going to put out a caveat right now. It ain't going to be easy. It ain't going to be easy to break the habit of doing these 6 things. But if you get into the habit of at least minimizing them in the beginning, that's a beautiful start. To start to minimize them first and then eliminate them. So, welcome everyone, Tanya Pluckrose here. I love to get off to a rich royal start, giving you what I have suddenly had a download about, sharing this with you, because I'm all about helping you master your mind so you can master your life. And if you're new to my channel, thank you, welcome, and to all my regulars, I love you to bits. Thank you for being part of my channel. I'm on a mission to carry on my mentor's legacy, and my mentor was the late legendary Mr. Bob Proctor. I'm all about helping you, of course, get different results. And really, success isn't a secret. It's 95% mindset and only 5% the strategy. But we've been told, no, it's all the outside. And I'm saying, nope, get the inside right. And then you change the trajectory of your life.